It wasn't a storage problem. We will see as this is my 7th time attempting to film and it just doesn't let me. It just doesn't want me to. At a certain point of the video, it stops. So here we are, 5 p.m. Friday night, getting ready for Packers Eagles, recapping the Ravens and Chiefs. Without further ado, I'm gonna get into it because I cannot have this video be cut one more time. I will literally be so angry. Okay. So, the Ravens played the Chiefs last night in an absolute nail-biter at Arrowhead, where the Ravens struck first with a 5-yard touchdown run from Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry, obviously one of the best backs in the league, regressing a little bit year by year, but if you go back to his prime, he was amazing, and still is pretty good right now, even with the impending regression that has been hitting him. And, it felt like he almost went 50-50 with Justice Hill in this game, which was kind of weird, but also at the same time, you can kind of understand it. Justice Hill's a young guy they're trying to develop, but still think they should have used Derrick Henry more. The next eventful play was the rookie. It was hold on. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I had received a text message. But the next thing to happen was, so, where was I? Derrick Henry touchdown, split reps with Justice Hill. Weird. But the next thing that happened was Chiefs rookie Xavier Worthy scoring his first touchdown tonight. Airplane. On a run. Yes, the wide receiver took a pitch all the way to the house to score a touchdown. This was an amazing play from him. And he did it really good there, but obviously, I said first, so, hold on, this was a trick play, right? So Patrick Mahomes actually pitched the ball to him. This was not a pass, it did not count for passing yards, but instead, Xavier Worthy's first touchdown in the NFL was a run, which is extremely rare for wide receivers, obviously, because, it's in the name. They don't run, they receive. They receive the ball, they catch, they run routes, and so this first touchdown being that was kind of rare. Then Lamar Jackson was hit hard by Chris Jones, and he fumbled the football on the next drive to start the second quarter, and Felix Uzama was able to recover this ball to give the Chiefs the possession after a forced fumble by Chris Jones on Lamar Jackson, and the Chiefs got it back, and Harrison Butker kicked a 32-yard field goal to put the Chiefs up 10-7 in the second quarter, and then the Chiefs got the ball back after another defensive stop, not a turnover, but a stop. But the Ravens defense was still holding heavy because they held Harrison Butker. Again, they held them for Harrison Butker 31-yard field goal. But then the Ravens were driving just a little bit. And so the Chiefs off the field, they were doing good, but then they got to fourth down. So they jot out Mr. Perfect, Justin Tucker. You know why? Because he's Mr. Perfect. And what does he do with a 53-yarder? With a 53-yarder chance to make it a 3-point game, he shanks it. He shanks it terribly. He misses to the... No, it wasn't terrible. He missed to the right by just a few inches. And then... But the craziest thing happened next. After he just shot the field goal, Mahomes looked like he didn't know what he was doing, like a rookie, and threw the ball to the ground where Roquan Smith from the Ravens caught it, intercepted it, and set the Ravens up for a shorter field goal that Justin Tucker was able to make. So after all this, it was a Derrick Henry touchdown to start the Ravens. Xavier Worthy ran in a touchdown for the Chiefs. Butker made 2 field goals. Justin Tucker missed a field goal. An interception from Roquan Smith set Justin Tucker up for another field goal, but this time he made it. So there was just a lot of chaos in this game. But then, to start the third quarter, Isaiah Pacheco was shoved into the end zone by none other than Mahomes himself. Mahomes got into the dog pile for Isaiah Pacheco. Absolutely insane. You don't see quarterbacks doing that, but there was Mahomes, and Pacheco actually said it's called family right there. He called that out. He said he noticed that extra shove from Mahomes. He knew it was him, and it's called family. I don't know how accurate that is, but that's what he said. And then it is likely that this man will be brought up more than once because Isaiah Likely caught a 50-yard touchdown with a crazy juke on top to make it a 3-point game again after Pacheco's touchdown to make it 20-10. But the Chiefs weren't going to let the Ravens back in this game because Xavier Worthy caught a 35-yard touchdown for his second of the night to go 27-17 on the Ravens. But then Justin Tucker got out for his third field goal, and he made it to make it 20-27. And on the very next drive for the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes caught his own pass on 3rd and 10, but could only get 2 yards, so that it had to be 4th and 8. And then Lamar Jackson on 1st and 10, 43 seconds of the game. They were backed up. He chucks it deep, and Rashad Bateman came up huge for the Ravens, getting a 38-yard catch, not touchdown. Then on the next play, Isaiah Likely was injured trying to make a catch. It was a hospital pass at its finest. And the last 2 plays were absolute chaos. The first play, Lamar, wide open man in the end zone, throws it behind him, incomplete. But then the big one, Lamar snaps it, drops back in the pocket, rolling out right. No time left on the clock. 4th quarter, 27-20. They need this. He drops back, scrambling, throws, end zone, caught, Likely, touchdown. And John Harbaugh's yelling, go for 2, go for 2, go for 2, go for 2. And they're about to, but then the refs come on and have to review. And they say they have to review the play, this touchdown, because it was a close call. And then, at the very end of the game, after that touchdown had been called, they went to review it, and they found that Isaiah Likely, his toe was just over the line. Look at that, by a sliver of an inch. It was on the white. So the touchdown was called back, and the Chiefs won the ball game 27-20. One of the most eventful games you will see. One of the most eventful games probably of the season. How am I supposed to know? It was the first one. But anyways, the Eagles will partake in the second game tonight. The Eagles play the Packers in Brazil. So, I think in this game, the Eagles need to focus on Jalen Hurts being elusive. Since they added Saquon, they can, like we saw a lot with Lamar yesterday, he was able to scramble a lot more. You know why? Because they added Derrick Henry. So he was able to use Derrick Henry's attention in the backfield as a way to get escape. You need to see Jalen Hurts become that thing he was in 2022. The elusivity of Hurts. You need it there. And you need A.J. Brown back. He was not good at the end of the last season, and we need him to be amazing. We need Devontae Smith, and more importantly, the one thing I'll say, I know I'm kind of skipping past this game because I'm out of breath from that amazing analysis, but I will obviously talk more about this game after the game. Okay, I will tomorrow. I'll make sure to put that out there. Win or lose, you'll have it back-to-back, which is extremely rare for me. I'm terrible at this. But the one thing I will say is the one thing the Eagles need is defense. Our defense has been awful, god-awful for the past 2 years. That's what cost us in the Super Bowl. That's what cost us in the downfall. Everything, just terrible on the defense. So if we can get the defense together, we will win 14 games. If we can get the defense together, we will win 15 games. Who knows? But if that defense goes out there and lets up 50 points, 30 points to the Packers, then I don't have high hopes for that. But, I mean, we could still win games as long as the offense is there. But the defense is the most important part that I'm hoping to see be there tonight. So, remember, my keys to the game. Defense, Hurts elusivity, and is Brown back? If those 3 things all click, if Brown goes out there and has a great game, if Hurts looks elusive, and if we hold the Packers to less than 25 points, well, I should say 20 points, then I will be absolutely amazed at what we have done if we come away with the win. Anyways, that's it for me. See you post game.